Hey, what's up guys? Gemini back with another video. Today to talk about we're going to look at Self-Destruction of the Ultimate Warrior. Hey, what's up guys? Gemini, welcome in to another video. First things first, as always, you can connect with me on my Facebook at Gemini Flair. That's where me and my friends on there, we have a good time. We tell wrestling stories, old, new. We post diva pictures, chat about everything wrestling. People put stuff on my page all the time, whether it's breaking wrestling news or anything. You know, it's cool. We have a really good time on Facebook, and that's Gemini Flair. Shout out to my buddy The Wiz, Ace, Nutty Rock Girl, everyone else who I'm friends with on Facebook and Twitter. We have a good time. Also, you can follow me on Twitter, Gemini888, and usually I use Twitter during sporting events, you know, Raw, pay-per-views, and we have a good time on Twitter too. So, okay, anyways, let's get into it here. Before we start, thank you for the success on the last video, the Batista video. It pulled down over 600 views in 2 days. Just unbelievably flattering that you guys are so interested and you guys like my channel so much. I appreciate that because I worked hard to gain your guys' respect after leaving YouTube and deleting my account a bunch of times and all that nonsense. And you guys came back to hear my thoughts on wrestling, and I appreciate that a lot. So, anyways, today, we're going to have some fun. Today, we're going to look at the best 15 WWE DVDs ever made. Now, before we start, remember, everyone's going to have a different opinion on which 15 they think are the best of all time. You know, me being an old school NWA wrestling mark, I'm probably going to have some old school picks in there, being an old school fan. So my 15 best of all time might look a little different than your 15, but I'm curious to get your 15, so write it in the comment or come over to my Facebook, Gemini Flair, or my Twitter and write your best 15. So anyways, let's get into it. Let's have a good time. Happy Thursday to you. Okay, now before we start here, just remember that I'm not going to rank these 1 to 15. I'm just going to show you 15, because if I rank them 1 to 15, it's going to start a big argument. And that's not what I'm looking for here. What I'm looking for here is you guys check out DVDs, some good DVDs, in case you want to go out and buy some or start a collection. That's pretty much what I'm here for. Anyways, probably one of the DVDs that's going to be on everyone's list, The Rise and Fall of ECW. And what makes this so spectacular was just Paul Heyman just going on for 2.5 hours on the dock, just selling ECW and getting teary-eyed and talking about how great it was. Stevie D just had so much passion behind it because of the doc, and I would be really surprised if this one actually wasn't on everyone's top 15 of best WWE DVDs ever made. It was spectacular, absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to hit you guys with a surprise here that you probably wouldn't expect in my top 15, but it's the Survivor Series anthology. 87 through 91, 92 through 96. What made this so special for me and made it one of the best DVDs ever made for me was the fact that for the first time ever, you could access the old Survivor Series 87 through 91 and 92 through 96 on DVD. It was amazing because when they released these in 2009, when they released these, the footage had never been released on DVD before, and it just makes watching the Survivor Series so much easier being on DVD than a VHS tape. And it's got some rare footage. I mean, to go back and watch the old school Survivor Series, and these are the live pay-per-view versions as well. They're not edited piece of shit Coliseum videos. These are wonderful, and they're definitely in my top 15. Of course, you know, Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen has to be in the top 15. Just spectacular doc. Arn Anderson telling the story, selling the Four Horsemen. Just Ric Flair on there, and the doc is long. And I mean, the manager of champions, J.J. Dillon, and Tully Blanchard's on there. I mean, this one was tremendously well done, and I would be really surprised if this wasn't in everyone's top 15. Okay, the American Dream Dusty Rhodes DVD made it in my top 15, even though, you know, the button on the front wore out, you know, when he used to do Funky Like a Monkey, Living at Denver Lightning Bolt Daddy. And it's very simple. Ric Flair versus Dusty Rhodes, Steel Cage. To me, if I was going to build a time machine and go back and watch any match, it would be Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes in a Steel Cage match. I wish I was older in '85 when that took place. I would have gone anywhere in the country to see it, and I would have paid any amount of money to see it. Just in the doc on here, I mean, it takes you in and out of Dusty Rhodes' life. Just spectacular. I know some people, younger generation's going to be like, that was boring and that was crap, but to me, this DVD was something that I could watch all day, all night, and twice on Sunday just to see his old school Florida matches and old school NWA matches. Just fantastically well done. One of my top 15. Okay, another DVD that probably the younger kids are still going to have wrapped in the plastic, the AWA. But okay, the thing on the AWA is if you're gonna learn about the history of pro wrestling, this one nails it. Absolutely nails it. You got to kind of be kind of patient. The wrestling's kind of slow. It's on the mat. It's not really about lights and pyro and that kind of stuff. But all in all, fantastic. Definitely top 15. Okay, the Monday Night War. If you didn't live the Attitude Era in '98, '99, this is a great tool for you to kind of get a feel of what the Attitude Era was really like in '98, '99. I mean, I was there. I saw how amazing it was. And the reason why this will always be in my top 15 is because the story behind it, just spectacular. Probably, this one right here, probably my second or third favorite doc of all time. In fact, I might just watch this today because it's so good, and I'm so fascinated with Rowdy Piper, especially being on Legends House. He's just such an interesting individual that just showing this DVD actually makes me want to go and watch it right now. So you might find me on Facebook or Twitter actually watching this today. Just amazingly well done. The doc kills anything that they do today, I'm telling you. Jake the Snake Roberts definitely made the top 15. Another spectacular doc. Long. Locks you in. You can't take your eyes off the screen. You can't stop watching. You get completely locked in when it comes to Jake the Snake Roberts. Pick your poison. I'm telling you. Just very well done. Okay, another one of my 15 top WWE DVDs, Brian Pillman, Loose Cannon. Another fascinating individual. Everything he went through in his career, from early days in WCW, wrestling in Canada with the Hart Foundation, to his WWE run, which wasn't very long, but just a fascinating individual. You know, the doc, you know, playing football for the Bengals, and all the stuff with Austin, the gun incident, and all that good stuff. So, Brian Pillman, Loose Cannon, very, very well done. If you ever wanted to find out about Minnesota wrestling and the origin of the Road Warriors and everything that they went through, you know, this one includes interviews with Animal, and he runs the DVD, and it's good. It's really good. You won't be bored, I promise you, watching this at all. Plus tons of matches in their WWF run. Woo! I think that's about enough said. Anytime you can access Ric Flair's matches on old DVDs, it's gonna be good, because to me he's always gonna be the second greatest wrestler of all time behind Shawn Michaels. Just awesome stuff. Okay, so the only pay-per-view DVD that made it on here with all these great docs was WrestleMania 17. Even though the Astrodome was a toilet, I'm not sure how you could ever go wrong owning this DVD. It was probably the hottest that WWF had ever been since WrestleMania 3. Honestly, just a sick DVD. Okay, now this one's a little bit older, but it's the Ultimate Ric Flair Collection. I showed you guys a zillion times. I'll probably show you it a zillion more. Honestly, the old school matches, to me, not boring at all. To me, it's the foundation of professional wrestling built with this man. Just incredible work. Well done. Well done. And of course, the last one, not ranking them, but is Starcade, the Essential Collection. Wow. The dock was a little short, but all in all, the matches on here, just everything about this I liked. I did. I mean, it's just... I mean, these are my 15. I'm sure you have your own 15, but these are my 15 of just DVDs that WWE just killed it on. Okay, like I said, everyone's going to have different opinions on what they think their 15 is the best of all time. But that's my 15. Just if you notice, most of it's old school footage, Ric Flair, Ricky Steamboat, Rowdy Piper, and wrestlers like that, wrestlers I came up with. But I mean, that's just me, because I know how good wrestling was back in the day. So anytime I get a chance to watch any of that old school footage, I mean, I take advantage of that every time. I mean, the Rowdy Piper, you know, was good. How he shows his family and everything he went through in his life to reach the top of professional wrestling. And Rowdy Piper was up there, man. I mean, I'm telling you, if you're working WrestleMania with Hulk Hogan, Madison Square Garden, you're up there. Brian Pillman was so fascinating. Dusty Rhodes was such a good wrestler, so underrated in the ring. Jake the Snake went through so much. So that's my 15 best WWE DVDs ever made. I'm Gemini. I hope you enjoyed just the hell out of this. You guys need me? Hit me up on Facebook, Gemini Flair. Hit me up on Twitter. I might be watching the Rowdy Piper when this is all said and done. Gemini, awesome. Just awesome. I'm marking out just thinking about it. Peace.